Hi there, Nathan Patrick Taylor here. In this video, I wanted to take you through the persistent filters function inside Power BI. I have gotten quite a bit of feedback from users on this feature. Some like it, some don't like it. Based on that feedback, it's something I feel should be up to the user. Right now, it's controlled by the author of the report inside Desktop, and it's hit or miss. Some people have had trouble understanding how the report is filtered. They're used to the old functionality where the report reset the filters back to the standard or default version. Some of them, as you can imagine, like being able to preserve the filter and go back to the report in the state it was in the last time they used it. So I'm going to walk you through what it looks like in the service, and then we'll go into Power BI Desktop and look at the functionality there and the setting. So I'm in Power BI service. I've got the AdventureWorks dashboard and report that I've been working on for the past videos, and you'll see the reset to default button is lit up here. And that's because I've got it filtered already off of what the default is. The default is to all years, and if I click the reset to default button, it'll take me back where all years are selected for this report. As soon as I switch it or select 2013, the reset to default button will come back. So I'm going to exit out of this report, and we'll go back to the AdventureWorks workspace, go to reports, choose a different report, and then navigate back, and you'll see that the filters preserved. If I was to reset it back to the default, go out of the report, choose a different one, and then come back in, you'll see that all years is selected and the reset to default button is off, just like it was when I left the report. Now, this particular feature is not dependent on the browser. It's actually part of the service. So if I was in Chrome and made a change and then went to Edge, it would still be preserved. So it's browser independent. Back into Power BI Desktop. So let's open up Power BI Desktop. I'll show you where the feature is. It's on the File menu under Options. And in the section that says Current File, if you go to Report Settings, you can disable or enable the Persistent Filters feature. So to me, this is something that is highly dependent on how you think the users are going to use the report. If they're going in and going to be looking at the same data, same filters over and over again, if they're a particular user at a certain location and they're always filtering on that location, then it makes sense to have that persistent filter turned on. If there's somebody who's working on the report or in the dashboard in a more interactive way where they're constantly changing slicers, filters, looking at different locations, dates and time, almost as if they were using it in a what-if scenario setup, then you might want to turn the persistent filters off. As I mentioned, right now, there's no way to set it for an individual user. I think that would be the most logical next step for Microsoft to do, is to allow users to choose whether they want the persistent filtering on or off for their given use case. So that's a quick overview of persistent filters. As usual, subscribe, like the video, and leave some comments. Thanks.